Hello! So today I was planning on going through the new Hypostasis enemy, or well actually all the Hypostasis enemies, just to, well, give an idea of how to defeat them basically. At least my way to defeat them. I'm sure there are several ways to do this. But this is particularly in honor of the new Cryo Hypostasis enemy that was released with the 1.5 update, I believe yesterday or maybe 2 days ago. So we'll go through each of the 4 Hypostasis enemies. And yeah, I think I might need to refresh some resin to actually collect the rewards, but that's all good. I do have some spare fragile resin lying around. So let's just get to it. I'll try and give some pointers and hints for other characters that you can use. I'm going to use this team that you see right now, at least for most of them. I might switch out Ganyu for the Cryo Hypostasis, and well, Albedo, I don't really think I need to actually switch him out for the Geo Hypostasis. It should be easy enough with just Ganyu and Diluc and Bennett. But we'll see. Do remember that this is a world level 8 adventure rank 55 Hypostasises, Hypostasi, but I mean the way to defeat them should be identical for all the different world levels. Let's start with the Animal Hypostasis here. Let's see how that goes. For the Animal Hypostasis, I think you can pretty much use any characters that you want, except maybe Animo characters. Not really much to gain in terms of one character being particularly better than others. But of course, Ganyu is it's a pretty good choice. And you'll see every time he, as for all the Hypostases, whenever they're like this, open, you can deal damage to them, and then finally they have a special way of actually killing them in the end. For the Animal Hypostasis, it's collecting these orbs. It's actually a bit of a tricky. There we go. Okay. If you fail to collect all the orbs at first, then he will regenerate quite a bit of life, and you'll have to do it again. If you collect all of them, you just need to actually defeat them in the end, like so. And you can collect the reward. Of course, I needed to actually get some resin, so I can get some rewards from this. Let's use a couple of these. There we go. And also be aware that for AR55 you're always guaranteed to get a 5-star artifact whenever you defeat one of these. It's a pretty shitty one, this one, but yeah, it's better than not getting any, for sure. I remember back in AR40 and 45 killing these bosses and just not getting anything worthwhile whatsoever. So for AR55, it's a bit more worthwhile. Although I still completely would recommend doing the artifact domains if you're after artifacts. Unless you particularly want the Wanderers or the Gladiators sets. Now let's go do the Electro Hypostasis. I would recommend bringing an Archer for Electro Hypostasis, just because that makes the final part of the fight a lot easier. That is breaking some crystals that only take elemental damage. And Archer's charge shots just make that very easy. Of course, not Fischl. She's a Electro character, so she wouldn't be able to do anything. But I used Amber for this before I got Ganyu.
Next on the agenda,
Amber would be quite well. Also Diona, I believe, would be quite good choice. So, okay. It's pretty much just about dodging these attacks. They're not really that advanced. Just run around here a bit. And then when he's open, shoot him or hit him. So here we go. Now we should split up. And if you have an archer, just shoot him. If you don't, then use your elemental skills or bursts to defeat all 3 of these. And that should be enough to kill him. Let's see what we get. Nothing fancy. HP sands is not particularly useful. Let's jump down to the Cryo Hypostasis. So normally, when going to this guy, you would have to defeat a few hilichurls on the way there, but I've already been around here today, so it should be a clear path getting there. For the Cryo Hypostasis, I recommend
Next on the agenda.
bringing, well, at least a Claymore character to actually break the pillars. That's probably the most important part. But also an archer can be quite useful because he or she can actually hit the Cryo Hypostasis while it's on top of the pillars. So Ganyu and Diluc are once again going to be quite useful here. And Bennett is going to be there just in case I manage to screw up and actually get hurt. And Albedo is just on the sidelines. Could bring someone else, but I don't really feel that it would be necessary. Here we are. See, the archer can shoot a bit already. I can just try and break the pillars. Yeah, you could just stay in close to the pillar and you won't be able to be hurt by that attack. Go, he's down. And now I'm gonna summon some more pillars in the middle here, which should be easier to break. Particularly Diluc is gonna be quite good at this, but also Razor is a very good choice here, as his burst allows him to attack faster and break these quite easily. But Diluc with his triple elemental skill is also quite efficient at this. It's a purple chunk, that's pretty nice. And just a crappy flower. So now, let's go to the new one, the Cryo Hypostasis. Which is maybe slightly more tricky than the others, but should be quite doable as well. I'm just gonna switch out Ganyu here for, I think, for Xingqiu, as he's pretty decent to Diluc. Ganyu is not going to be very, very useful here. I think if you do have an archer other than Ganyu, maybe you have Amber built or maybe Official, I think they could be quite useful here also. They would be able to shoot it now, but I don't have an archer with me right now, so just go with the melee characters.
Time for retribution.
Witness the power.
Go. Let's go over and get a bit of warmth. Okay, it's actually quite far away now. So now it's gonna spawn some boulders, which you need to use charged attacks to actually hit them with. It's a bit of a tricky case, but like this. And over here. Oh, it's gonna... Okay, yeah. And one more. There we go. Now, you should be able to just hit him.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
There we go. And that is how you can defeat the Cryo Hypostasis. Let's just grab one more fragile resin. Can collect some rewards. we go. Not so great. It's a crit damage hat though, but not with very good substats. Do be aware that the Cryo Hypostasis drops these crystalline blooms, which I believe Eula, the new 5-star character in the next banner, is going to be requiring as the only character so far, I guess. So if you do want her, I think you should farm this Cryo Hypostasis quite a bit. And that is it for the showcase of how to defeat the Hypostasis. I hope that was useful in case you had problems with it, otherwise maybe just a bit entertaining. So thanks for watching and see you next time.